Hello and welcome. This is going to be fun as I've managed to get another cross that I'm going to do, and that's going to be that of Digibyte, DGB, and that with Monero. But I'm reducing my stakes though. Remember, yeah, I already did that already. Okay, let's see how it goes. We're going to start off with what would be the equivalency of 0.01 Bitcoin at the time. And with Bitcoin prices were 700 and change, we're talking $7 and change as a starting investment. Let's see how well this goes. The volatility amongst these two, to say is big would be an understatement. To say it's extreme, again, is an understatement. See if I can do, what's my next font size higher? Can I do one more higher? Don't want to go to 36. And I'm not going to change my font. What about back? What about the color? But I got white. I'd have to change it to the script to like. I could probably put a white background in and then maybe like black letters. I'm just gonna leave it. So therefore, we see here the ratio is 11,111. You would have had one ZCL worth a little over $3.50 and 11,111 DGB at the time worth a little over $3.50. To buy 11,000 DGB at the market now would cost you a little over 2 Litecoin or a little over $100. But if you were to just buy and hold, that would be magnificent, but not really. That would suck. At least after we see the results here. The first day becomes really, really interesting because I already seen it goes up 86%. And in this program, when the price goes up, I am selling ZCL or buying DGB, thus I'll be pushing 2 or 3. And when it goes down, I'll be selling DGB or pushing 1 or 4. So let's play this game. Let's play for extreme volatility because it has it. We see in here that we own 1. The price almost doubles. Let's sell 0.35 and gain 7,100. And I push 5 to go to price. I'm going to pick a low one and high one. It was at 20,000. Let's do 12,000 on the way down, or 35,750 on the way up, and it went down. So I can sell DGB, maybe sell 5,700 of them. And now I'm back over the starting of 1.137 DGB, and it went up like 35%, just a minuscule amount. So I'm just going to sell a small amount, like maybe a 0.22 or something, just because I've seen it goes up. And then let's maybe put a trade in to buy around, say, 8,200 and sell at around 26 area. So it goes down, and we will sell some of those 16,000. Question is, how many do I want to sell here? Well, it goes from basically like buy at 11, sell a little bit at 15 down to 7. So maybe 4,500 might be in order, literally. So last trade at 7,100, half of that is 35, but I want to do a little bit more, maybe somewhere close to 4. Maybe if it goes above 12.5 and it goes to 4. So of the 11,000, maybe distribute 3,200. And it's down 24% the next day, but that's just pocket change or peanuts. Let's do 2,100 area. And on the way up from 4,000, maybe 7,200. It goes down again. We're on day 29. So of the 8,200, 8,300, let's maybe liquidate 2,800 of them, 2,600. Pick up a little over 1.25. So after 2,000, maybe go 1,200 buy, 3,600 sell. We're still getting nothing but buys, but you know what? Many in a row, there's nothing wrong with that. We're losing out on DGB, but that'll be fixed in time. So the 5,700 price cut in half. We could easily do like almost half and gain like 2.1 after having, or even 2.2 almost, after having 3.6. So now 5.78. Last trade at 1,000, maybe go like 555 or 18. Finally, it goes up. So now, if we just even sell a little bit, because after so many buys in a row, I only want a small, like maybe even like one should give me a lot of DGB. I want a bit more than that though. So maybe 1.25, and I get 2,700 of the DGB. Okay, so now let's go in for like say 1250 buy, maybe 3950 sell, and it goes up again. This is sweet, better than double. I could almost go for a little fun sale, maybe do like 1.25. I get like 6,000, like double my DGB. There we go. That's fixing some of the problem of not holding too much of it. So now half, let's go 2,600 down, maybe 8,800 up, and it goes up to the 93. So okay, I'll just keep on doing it this way if there's going to be a lot in a row. You could even consider maybe doing another one, or yeah, I'm going to consider that. And here we are at 9,300. So last trade, half of that would be over 45. So maybe 5,000, go under that. And over, say, 16,250, it goes under that. So we'll sell some of the DGB, owning 23,000. Let's do about 8 grand. What does that give us back? 1.6. That's too many. So let's just do about maybe 5 grand. That's nicer. So I go from 2 to 3. And now let's do the next price again. We have 5,000. Let's do like under 3, maybe 2920 area. And then 9,000 high. So it goes down. And does it ever go down? 49.50 to 15.06. This is where I really want to do an aggressive liquidation out. So let's sell some DGB. Definitely around half. 90,000. Or 9,200 rather. So if I go 92,000, I get insufficient funds. But 9,200, I would be getting over 6. I mean, I'm tripling up on the other side. So let's just go 800 buy. Let's go sell at 3,000 after that big move. It's another buy. 1,500 half off. So the 9,000, maybe not quite half, but maybe 3,500 would add 5 more. Not bad. It goes down again the next day to 400 or 40%. I could just even do a small scalp, maybe like 1,600 or something, add 3 or 4 more. Then it goes down 53% the next day. Okay, this is what we call extreme volatility. Sell some more. I guess we can sell maybe 1,500. I'm getting 8. I mean, going from 18 to 26. Okay. I mean, if it's going to be this wild, we might as well go under half for that matter, and maybe over half, like 411. Okay, we go to this. So we have 27, maybe go 1,300. Pick up 18. It's at 70. So let's go 30, and let's just till this volatility settles in. Let's do better than double. 140 is double, so 160, which it hits. So of the 44, we just bought a whole bunch of it. Maybe let's consider going 8 of them for now. Get 1,300. That's a double up. That's pretty much what you'd want to do. Just progress your way into sells if that's going to be the case. Now for a buy, I'll do half for that. I'll like 83, and maybe sell at like 333. So there's a sell. We got 36. Maybe sell like 6 of them. I can even do more than that. Maybe go 8 and get about another double up. There we go. Goes down 38. It's close. Let's do a trade, and just a small one, maybe like 1350, and get 6. We're on day 404 now. So let's see, we got the last trade at 214. Let's go 120 even. And sell at, say, 389. Goes down to 98. Let's go half. Get 22 on the other side. Okay, let's go 50 and maybe 200. It goes up, so let's sell maybe 20, 20 of them. No, it's just 18. And it goes up 204%. Wow. So, a day like this, what do? You have to sell. I mean, it's tripled. I'm definitely going to do at least half. So let's do 22. And now we got 20,000 of the DGB and 17 at this point. Let's continue on now. If I sell at 600 last, let's go 300 on the buy, 1185, and it goes up. So with owning 17, maybe go 6. Do more than that. 8. That would get me closer to 10. So now are we going to get more continuation of these big moves up? We'll see. 1248 is the last bet, we'll call it. So 600 buy, we'll go 2222 sell, and it does go up more. So maybe go 3.6 and add 8,000 of those DGB into play. Look for the next one. Let's do 1,200 down, and let's go 4,000 up. And it does go up, so again, we're getting continuation of this. Let's add another 10,000 almost, 9,000 rather. So we'll go 2,000 buy, 7,700 sell. It goes way down. So I guess we're going to pick up some ZCL. The stack is going to go way higher than 3.5. Of the 47,340, how many would we want to sell on a day like today? Well more than half. When you're going from 41 to such a low number. So let's go 28,000. Oh my goodness, I don't even think I would need to do that. This is where I think I would want to do the buy ZCL, especially if at this point you are confident that DGB is a damn good coin. But you want a damn good amount though too. 10 only cost 8,000. And I'm not saying, and I actually wasn't quite sure what the next exact day was going to be, but I do know it's going to go lower. But that's the whole point of big moves up. If you're consistently getting 4, 5, 6 sell orders or buy orders in a row, or 7 of 8, then you know it's going straight up. And if it's going to go straight down, you want to do most of your damage on like your second, third, fourth order. Now, spot like this going to 383, I think I now definitely want to do the liquidation factor and get 51 in the opposite direction. Because no, not 51. I was thinking it's more than half. So 17,000 would be probably good and get 44. So then after 383, let's go 200 on the way down. Let's go 711 on the way up, so it goes down and better than half. So 10,000 would be almost half. That would increase 53 or another double up. So at 185, let's do the 100 number, and let's do 344 up. And it goes up, so we can sell some of these 111 that we own. Maybe you want to sell like 35 of them and get 14,000 back. I mean, that's better than doubling up the DGB. And it goes up 50% again. So you can do another small sale. I know this isn't the great volatility we've been doing, but on the next day level, it's like, why not? So of the 50% of the 76, maybe you want to go like 18 of them. And then we'll just buy next at, say, 355, sell at, say, 1,000 higher. So it's a down move to 344. All right, sweet, so be it. Let's figure how many do we want to sell of that amount. Maybe 10,000, what would that get us? We own 58 to add 28, not a bad deal. So 344 the last trade. Let's go 190 lower. Let's go 622 higher. It goes lower. And it's about the 2x move. So of the 27,000, let's consider 10,000 again. 57 on 87 is a pretty good increase to 144. So we'll go 90 again for the buy. We'll go 311 for the sale. It's a sell. So if we sell, say, 55 of them, we double up the DGB. Not a bad transaction. It's up 30%. I'm going to do one more day because I'd rather get 40. Nope. Nope. So let's just do this. Let's do 180 to buy, 180 to buy, and say 599 to sell. It goes to a buy, half off. So of the 35,000, with 10,000 do 61, not bad. And the next move would be, say, a buy at 90. I've been liking that number. It's the third time I think I've used it. And we'll go 299 up. And this is almost a half off move. So let's do another 10,000 here, which is not quite half, but you know what? I can even do more than that. That's closer to a double up. So 151 would go to 270. So the ratio is now below 100 still. I guess you'd be buying, half of that's 44, so maybe 50. And we'll go on the upside, maybe 144. And that's where we stand. So that's what I'd be waiting for on the next one. Let's see how much 14,275 are worth in today's market. And in doing so, this is the ZCL price, and this isn't today, this is actually the 22nd, but it's not that much lower. This would be worth 0.075 on the ZCL. Your DGB would be worth 0.45, so we add those two together. It's a net increase of a 12x because it was started off at 0.01. At today's prices, that would work out to 3,000, what 3,900 is an even number, $468. So you would have ended up turning, it was just a few dollars, like $7, into 468 amongst this strategy. So if we just redo this or start this over, we increase this to 14.2 and 276. That this barely went up. This barely went up. He only increased it by like, 3,000, I guess. I calculate average in my head. I guess I'm guessing on if 14,200 was a number that I had on the guess. 30% increase. That is so lackluster. And far as gains, because how long was this in time? This was like 2 years. So like what, 14% a year? I mean, if a bank were to say to you, or a stock, oh, if you buy this stock, we'll give you 14% a year. It's like, yeah, right. Or if you buy this stock, we'll give you 40% a year. It's like, come on, screw that. Like 40% a year? I mean, not even close. 4. The move, the gain, from going to 0.01 to 0.12, again, was a 12x move. 3 times 3 is 9. So if you can get 200% a year, or 3x, you would get 800% or 9x over 2 years if you compounded the previous gains. So, I mean, 75% a year of free coins by just holding them and hodling them and not selling them. That's a ripoff. It's a ripoff, man. Because I can put two coins, and let's just assume to do it, you have to get two coins as well. Or you have to play two stocks or two currencies. You can't play one. You got to play two. You can play as many sets of two as you wish, and you can even strategically play three together if you wanted to this way as well. And to get that kind of return of like 40% is just horrible because trading it this way can make much, much larger, spectacular gains in ownerships of the coins. Now, what they're worth, that's another story. Of course, in this case, on this example, it did go from Bitcoin 700 and change to close to 4,000 now. How much these would have been worth at the top back when Bitcoin was 20,000 and the altcoins were at those big levels? Other advanced strategies in trading this. Well, that would include when both coins are up at the same time, big time, to sell some of both of what you have into Bitcoin. And when they go down, you buy them back and get even more that way. And that way, you could do better than a lackluster 200% a year. And another way to do better than another lackluster 200%, I mean, come on, that's just a joke of a return. And I mean that literally amongst the movements here. Because another way of doing this is making more trades. So instead of just waiting for those 80% moves, put in a strategy base where you play for short-term orders and long-term orders. So generally what I like to do is if the thing has an okay move of like 20%, 24, 25% move, then I'll sell 10, 12% or so of what I own. And do what I did here, just not even just lacklusterly on the computer, just change days and push how much I buy and sell and not even put it on a spreadsheet or a piece of paper. But then what I'll do is look for longer term trades. So at this point, what I might say is I'm going to trade everything between, we'll say, 4,800 and 23,500 for short-term trades. But as soon as it goes down for a big one, I'm just going to bet larger size amounts for larger returns. So I won't be doing any of this 15% stuff. I'll be doing like 25, 30, 35% of holdings. And again, depending on how large of a move it is. Now, another one that I did, which really starts you off with a shit-ass low amount of coins, was this one in here. GRS and DGB instead. And the way I look at it is DGB is almost like your perfect, or I think it is one for having good volatility, easily storable on a Trezor wallet, and very cheap fees for withdrawing and depositing, very fast transfer times. It to me works out to be the most absolute coin to do and such. Now in this one, I only started off within 1,000 GRS and 2,625 DGB, but this isn't going back to when it was $700 Bitcoin. This is when it was about $250 to $300 Bitcoin. And there's, I think, when I calculated, like 33 to 40 cents worth. Now, as a student in playing this game, the third time that you were playing it, or your exam in playing this, which means you will be using a spreadsheet, you will be using whichever devices you need to go as advanced as you choose. I would be expecting you to be a millionaire at one point. Hands down, a millionaire. There is no reason why you couldn't have turned an extreme fraction of a Bitcoin, which at 250 would have been $2.50 would be 0.01. Yeah, point. There's no reason why you couldn't have turned like 0.002 or 0.003 into how many dozens of bitcoins? Handful, not too many dozens Bitcoin worth. Back, of course, in the amazing times. But again, that would be like a final exam. That would be doing things more advanced, and I don't have the time in here to do it because this, and I wouldn't allocate 2 hours. However long you need to take, and if you want to go 4, 6, 8 hours, 9 hours with this game, by all means. That's about trying to get the best score that you can. I mean, competitive gaming is always trying to get the best time on Super Mario Brothers. Playing games like Madden football, you're trying to get the most points that you can, and that's what sports is like. Oh, hockey, I got 5 goals, you got 3, I win. Most points. And that's what this comes down to. And in real life, trading whatever with whatever else, and a lot of it can be against Bitcoin, Ethereum. It's just, again, in this situation, we're looking for measures to increase your volatility. For it's a matter of division, dividing one price against either the dollar or Bitcoin by its other. And back then, when you did this, you would have divided GRS by DGB, you would have got 2.63. And that's just what it was. Thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great day. Bye bye.